XXIV. And for today competition, um, let me introduce our three adjudicators of storytelling competition. For the first adjudicator, we have Kak Calvin Satyatama, and then for the second adjudicator is Kak Gigi Widimerbawani, and the last but not least is Kak Fahri Lilamputra. So, halo kakak, halo Kak Calvin, halo Kak Gigi, and Kak Fahri. How are you, Kak?
Hi everyone, I'm doing great. I'm so happy to be back in EEC, and I cannot wait to see so many talented storytellers. And yes, hopefully you guys can perform your best, and all the committee as well can support this event in a nice way too. So yeah, I'm just very happy to be here. Thank you.
Oke, thank you to Kak Gigi. And so, halo Kak Calvin, how are you, Kak Calvin?
Hi, hello everyone. I'm so sorry in advance. Probably I'm going to go back here like in 5 seconds with my camera issue, but I'm great. Thank you everyone. Thank you, Elisa, for having me for I don't know, probably 5 years in a row right now. So happy to be back, and hopefully today we can see a lot of good performance. Thank you.
Okay, Kak Calvin, thank you. And so we move to Kak Fahri. How are you, Kak Fahri? Or maybe Kak Fahri in another agenda is joining also the office meeting. So maybe we will start our main agenda ya Kak, and we will move um, for this round. Um, Finalists will be performed their storytelling, and they will perform they will be performed in uh, in the 5 until 7 minutes according the order they received from yesterday drawing. And for the first participants or the first finalist is Kak Najwa Mutia Aziz from the Universitas Brawijaya. And so maybe uh, other participants who will perform next must wait in the waiting room ya. And for the Kak Najwa Mutia Aziz, uh, are you in here?
Yes. If I'm standing here, is it okay? Oh, wait. Oh.
Oke Kak, so for Kak Najwa and doing the performance, and for Kak Najwa, you can see the timer in the
Yes.
Okay, Kak, can you recheck your microphone?
Hello? Hello, hello. Or should I speak louder?
Okay,
My
the
name is
committee will start the timer in after your comment is start. Pick up. Sorry.
my voice is okay, yeah?
Your voice is okay, Najwa, but maybe in certain time, since the room is kind of echoing, you can like speak a little bit louder, maybe.
Okay. Okay. Let me make this screen big. Do you guys believe that there is an invisible thread that pulled you toward where you were meant to be? Just like that Taylor Swift song, Invisible String Tied Me. Do you guys know that song? Yeah. And for a girl named Jane, that invisible thread was in the form of a letter that's carrying a promise. So Jane was a girl that always dreamed of becoming a storyteller. She loved words, she loved weaving them into tales, but every time she imagined about going on the stage or sharing her stories to someone, fear always whispered, "Who would listen? No one will like your story." And her friend didn't help either. They don't really support her. They actually laughed at her dream of becoming a storyteller. So instead of sharing, Jane only read and read in her library, her favorite library, hiding on those shelves of books. And, she didn't try to take the step onto the stage. But one afternoon, when she was in the library, as usual, something slipped inside her favorite book. It was a folded piece of paper. And do you know what it is? It is that letter. One day, you will do something that changes everything. Don't be afraid. Promise me to take that first step. With love, Jane. Jane blinked. What is this? Is this a prank? Like, who puts a piece of paper inside a book? But to be honest, this letter spoke to her. The words keep echoing in her head, and she took it seriously. So she wanted to try, and she joined a storytelling competition. Finally. And she spent weeks writing and practicing just for that competition. And on that day, she stumbled over her words. Her voice cracked and her knees were shaking. She felt like it was a nightmare. But you know what? It is what it is. And you know what happened next? She didn't win. Well, of course, it was her first try, but it still felt like it was so sad. She was so devastated. Like, all of the effort, it must be not enough. So, remembering about that letter, she wanted to try again. So, she tried to join another competition next month. And this time, she put everything she could do. Everything, every day and night, she practiced until the day finally came. On that day of the competition, she thought that she did a little bit more better than the last competition. But maybe it was a chance to prove that she could do it this time. And you know what happened next? She lost again. It felt like the world did not want her to pursue her dream of becoming a storyteller. It felt like it's not her expertise. It's not what her passion is. Even though every evaluation from the judges, she did it, and her friends also laughed at her failure. But the words from the letter, it felt like it was echoing in her heart, and she still don't want to give up. So she wiped her tear and go back to whatever she wanted to do, storytelling. On the way home, she saw some poster on a wall. It was a charity event, a storytelling for the children. She just went past by it, but when she think about it, I think she thought this is the right way to try again. It's just sharing, it's not a competition. So she signed up. And you know what? Everything went very well. This time, the children smiled, and it was amazing. And she thought that this time, for the first time in her life, her story mattered. And from that amazing moment, another opportunity came, from smaller stage to bigger stage until conferences. Step by step, she took it seriously and everything went well. And years passed. Now Jane is a 28 years old girl or woman, and she's known for her storytelling. Everybody came to hear her. People said that she inspired her. And it felt like the things that she had did last time was what it is meant to be. One day when she was in the library, she went there, the childhood library, and she took the same book she loved. It was her favorite book, but this time there is no paper. There is no folded paper there. So because that letter made her do this, she write on a piece of paper the same letter, the same promise on the same page and in the same library, knowing that her younger self would know this and find it later. So it was actually a loop, a thread, a promise that, you should just take your step. And I just want to ask you guys, if you found this letter, what would you do? Would you trust it, or would you just ignore it? Or would you actually take that step forward to keep moving on? And because sometimes the invisible thread is already promised to you. Thank you. Okay? Okay. Thank you. Nice.
Maybe for the educators can giving verbal or giving question to the participant, Kak.
So, sorry, Ibnu. Is this a question or a comment or what?
This can be comment or question, Kak. So this is the verbal
Personal feedback.
yeah, correct. Like the personal feedback too, Kak. Like the
Oh,
previous year.
okay. Feedback. Well, since I'm right now being highlight, I think okay, since I'm being highlight, I think I can go first. And then the next educator maybe can go next. Definitely. So, Najwa, how are you today?
I'm nervous.
I can see that. Like before you start your performance, you seem very tense, but I think right now
Yeah.
you can finally breathe, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so Najwa, I think my feedback is only going to make you better and it's only going to help you to perform better. So it won't affect your score or whatsoever. It's just me genuinely giving you some tips on how to do storytelling, okay? So I honestly really like your story in the first round. Like you can clearly tell us what's the purpose of your story and then how like the plot or even the flow of the story. I really, really love it. But somehow for this round, you kind of okay, let's talk about this. You are giving us a story about like a real life background, right? A real life situation as in storyteller and then you're also storytelling and it is a real life. There is no imagination, there is no fantasy or whatsoever on your story, right? You have to be very careful on doing that because first purpose needs to be stated. It's either purpose of the story, as in purpose of the main character doing something, or the purpose of you telling the story to your audience. Because when you're telling a story, especially if it is a real life or real world background, you gotta pay attention on what's new, what's the novelty, what's so important life lesson that you gotta tell people through this story. Okay, and if you don't have, so you're a university student, I'm sure your level of telling stories beyond that, right? And you need to understand what's the real purpose of you telling a story, whether it is talking about how sacrificing is really important, how people needs to pay attention on kindness even more. Those things is what we usually pay attention to if we came to a university level of telling a story. Okay. And yeah, I think I want to highlight about the purpose of the story as well as the purpose of the main character. I think since you haven't really stated, or maybe you already did, but it wasn't strong enough for us to catch, I kind of forgot what's the purpose of the story and why you keep telling about this 28-year-old girl who tells a story. Okay. I think those things you can highlight that, and maybe if you can acquire those things, then you can be a super nice, super great storyteller in the future. Also, maybe I can give you some tips. Um, like we don't in storytelling we don't really state it like the moral value of the story, right? We don't
Yeah.
really do that. But also at the same time, maybe you can highlight how the main character finally understand that her voice is very important and how even though helping little kids could also help her felt better about her life, about her things, so that her voice wasn't only about her making noise but also her making arguments and influence people. I think that is more valuable than just a simple letter that will wake up everything. Yes, I think those things. Other than that, you have a super, super nice voice. Like your narrator voice is magnificent. If you could if you could add up some of those sprinkle in storytelling, I'm sure you're unstoppable. Okay? So that's my tips. And once again, it won't affect your score or whatsoever. So thank you so much, Najwa. And I'm sure Kak Kelvin and also Kak Fahri will give you another important tip. Thank you so much, Najwa.
So much, Kavit.
So somebody else, please go.
Oh, I mean, like a lot, all of the educator. Okay. A committee, please let everyone know what we are supposed to do because we don't know. Okay. All right. Hi, Najwa.
Hello.
Uh, wait, I'm sorry. What was your story in the preliminary round?
The the day she took a step, it's kind of similar. She was a storyteller too. She wanted
Oh
to
yeah.
be more confident.
I remember you as a storyteller, but I don't really recall the story. Pardon me on that one. But anyway, let's just jump into it. The story is actually quite nice though, because it's very encouraging. I'm sure that Kak Gigi is very related to that because she's also 28 years old girl.
Didn't know
Girl,
that.
why
I didn't know
would
that.
you opened up
I
my age
know.
card? Okay, okay, okay.
Oh, I'm
All right.
sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, actually, she's 30. Anyway, it was very nice. But yes, there was, I think it's because you're quite nervous and you are like thinking throughout your story. So when you were wondering what can you told us, right? Because a lot of time you're like talking with the person there rather than speaking directly to the camera or like to the audience because like you're thinking. Yeah, you can try to omit that part because it's very I'm not saying that it's distracting, but it's just disconnected your feeling towards your audience. That's the most important part of storytelling. You have to connect with your audience because you're telling the story. I see a lot. Okay, this is the story part though. I see a lot of plot holes, not quite plot holes, but it's more jumpy.
Yeah.
So it's escalated very quickly from the beginning of the story, high school competition, and then she turned into Kagigi. Oh, I'm sorry, 28 years old girl, and then and so on and so far. Right. It happened so fast. I think you can just make her in the high school part if you want to do quite detailed story because there's a lot of missing pieces in between the plots. Yeah, I think that's well, and but overall it was a nice story. Thank you, Achua.
Thank you.
Wait, are you in campus right now?
Yeah. There's no one
Yeah,
actually.
yeah. Do you which faculty are you?
I'm in computer science.
Oh, I see. Do you know that Kak Gigi also from Brawijaya?
Really?
Yeah, and so am I.
What? I think
Yep.
my friend told me that kayak ada Calvin Lee, and then I don't know. I haven't. I've never met the educators before, so
Well,
maybe
yeah.
my friend knows.
Who's your friend? Who said that?
Joe. No,
Oh,
Oh, that
Joe.
that that person.
that
Okay.
Is he like
that person.
a famous senior?
No, I am famous. He's not.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry. Anyway, thank you, Nachwa. Thank
Thank
you.
you, Najwa. Just to clarify, I'm not 30.
Okay. Okay.
I think Kafari can give her a feedback now.
Okay, thank you so much for the opportunity in the committee. Am I audible? Okay, so great job, Nazwa, for your performance. Awesome. I like this story and I love the message there. I feel a little bit, I can relate to her progress and her struggle in the story. I do have several notes, but I think I will give you the complete one later on. But I think the one thing that is very apparent is that maybe I know that you are nervous. You were nervous. You're nervous and you overthink your whole performance. You were too aware of what you did during your whole performance. And then because of the time, you can see it on your screen. You try to like, oh my god, 1 minute left. Oh my god, 30 seconds left. And then at the end, you couldn't finish your story. You were almost finished. You were almost there. So I think um,
moving forward, you can try to practice more, try to control your nervousness, try to practice your poker face, and it takes time. It takes time to do that, but one small step is enough from today. You know, go follow your invisible thread to become the best storyteller that we have in Indonesia, and just continue follow your dream. That's all for me so far. Thank you and
Thank
good luck.
you so much. Mm.
Okay, thank you Kak Papa for the amazing insight for Tanajua. And I think the personal feedback um, is already done, Kak. And maybe for Tanajua, can go back to the waiting room and we will move to another participant.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, Kak.
Everyone, hold up before we move on to the next participant.
Okay, Kak.
For the committee here, if any of you able to open your cam, please open your cam, yeah, just to respect the participant here. Okay.
Okay, Kak. Okay.
Okay,
For
thank you everyone. And also Ibnu, if it is the time for us to talk, I mean like any of the educator, please let us know ya. Jadi kayak kita nggak sepi gitu, because we clearly have no idea how the competition will running.
okay, Kak. Sorry, Kak. So sorry.
It's fine, it's fine.
Thank you
Because
so much,
not
Ibnu and
talking, Kak.
everyone else. Really appreciate it.
Mm. Okay, let's move on. Oh, I forgot, almost forgot one thing. Timernya jangan dibikin mundur ya, dibikin maju. Thank you.
Okay, Kak Calvin. Yeah.
Just want to make sure, am I audible?
Yes, you're ready, go, Kak.
Okay, can I start now?
Wait, Kak.
Okay,
Uh, you can see the timer in the screen.
yes, very clear.
Okay, the committees will be start the timer after the performance starts.
Okay, so I can start now. See the line where the sky meets the sea, it calls me, and no one knows how far it goes. Good morning, the honorable judges, and all of the audience. I'm Chani, and today I want to take you on a journey. A story about a girl named Arya. And this story carries a special title, The Last Wave. Arya grew up by the sea. It was her playground, her comfort, and her father's life as a fisherman. But one stormy night, her father never returned. The villagers said he had gone back to save another fisherman whose boat was sinking. The men survived, but Arya's father never came home. Since then, the ocean that once felt like home became her greatest enemy. One evening, Arya stood at the shore, fist clenched, eyes full of tears. She sobbed into the roaring waves. Why? Why you take him away? You took my father. You took my happiness. You took all my home. Her voice cracked, but the sea only answered with louder crashes, shoo, shoo, as if mocking her pain. She fell to her knees, sobbing. Then suddenly, in the middle of the wind, she heard a voice. It was soft but clear, almost like a whisper carried by the waves. Arya, do not fear the waves. Arya gasped. Father, is that you? Father! Then the voice continued, calm and steady. Hope is not gone, Arya. It moves just like the sea. Courage is not about running from fear. It is about stepping into it. Her tears turned into silence. She pressed her hand on her chest. Courage? In me? For the first time in years, she felt something spark inside her. The next morning, Arya held her father's old surfboard close as if holding his courage. She stepped toward the sea, each foot sinking into the sand. Her knees weak, her breath unsteady. Then the first wave struck, unkind, throwing her down, filling her mouth with salt and fear. She coughed, gasping, and her body begging her to surrender. But as she looked up, she saw faces on the shore, eyes full of hope, and even yours today. With all her strength, her voice broke the roar of the ocean. Tell me, guys, what should I do now? Should I give up? Or should I fight? Please tell me. When the people shout, fight, Arya, fight, come on. Her eyes lit up. She stood tall. Then she shouted, okay, then fight I will. The second wave rose louder, stronger, and higher. Her heart pounded, but she remembered the voice. She faced it, pushed forward, and this time she stood. Balancing on the roaring water, she screamed, I'm not afraid anymore. Dad, he was proud of me. I love it. And that moment, she realized the truth. Her father was not gone. His courage lived inside her. The wave that once felt like an ending had become her new beginning. Arya's story teaches us this. Every wave may look like it wants to crush us, but trust me, inside each wave there is hope. And with courage, we will not sink, we will rise. That's all my story. Thanks for your attention and see you in happiness. Thank you.
Okay, maybe for kakak educators can give the personal feedback.
Sorry, pardon?
Okay, Kak. For the next session, is personal feedback from the kakak educators.
Okay, I would like to hear that.
Kak Gigi, do you want to go first?
You can go first since I already go first
Oh,
previously.
okay.
Thank you.
All right. Okay. Hi. What should I call you, by the way?
You can call me Chanika.
Chani.
Chani.
Chani. Okay,
Yes.
Chani. Hi, Chani.
Hello.
How are you doing today?
Yes, really great.
Are you nervous? Are you nervous?
Yes, of course.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to make my feedback short. So this is storytelling. I'm going to divide it by two parts, for the story part and then the styling part.
Okay.
The story part first. Okay. The story is actually nice. The build up is there. You have the orientation right, you have the climax right, you have the rising action right, and the rest of the plot is just nice. The intensity of the story is quite good. The only thing that I can add is the part where is the father. So I have a little bit mixed up in the middle and then in the beginning whether the father is actually found or the father is just there in existence of the soul. Like, is the father there because he is gone in the beginning of the story and never come back? But then it is, I don't know. I'm not quite catch up whether it's just the spirit, like the semangat, the courage of the father that back to Arya. Okay, let me clarify it with you first. Is the father back? No?
No, no.
No, no, no.
The voice itu dari the wave-nya dari
Yeah,
si.
yeah, okay, okay. So, yeah, so that part. I think it is important for you if you are adding up a new information, you should emphasize it so the audience can catch it better. When you are telling like the father is gone, gone, right? You emphasize the word gone so your audience can catch that clearer. And then the father, because she heard a voice, the voice from the ocean, I think it just flew over my head because you talk in the same intensity throughout the story. You are quite, yes, you are energetic, but the emphasizing of the important words is important. So your audience just can catch the information more clearly. That's it. I think that also conclude the telling part of your performance. You have a nice spirit, you have a very good pronunciation and so on. But the only thing that you can fix just a little bit is your emotion, like the control of emphasizing the word and how you can create the atmosphere in a certain plot, like how you're supposed to be sad, how you're supposed to be angry, how you're supposed to be afraid, and any other emotion. So the audience can differentiate which part or of the story part, like the emotion that can make us feel more relatable to the story and more connected to the story. But overall, it was a nice story. Thank you, Chani.
Okay, thank you for the feedback, Kak.
Kak Gigi, Kak Fari, if you may.
I'm actually still doing my scoring. Kak Fahri, would you mind going next?
Currently, my works event is starting. I don't think I'm able to give feedback. So sorry.
It's okay.
Seems like Kak Fahri is having another event, yeah?
Oh, I see. So I
Yeah.
think from here, it's just going to be two of us giving the personal feedback. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Hopefully Kak Fahri is doing fine and his activity will also be fine. I mean, it must be very hard doing two jobs, and hopefully he can also still have his attention to help this event too. And yeah, okay. So, Chani,
Yes.
I like your so when you are there on my screen, I feel like you are spreading this very nice energy and super positive.
Thank you.
Also, I like your hat. Like it's super cute when you have it on you. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Anyway, I will start my feedback. So this feedback won't affect your score or whatsoever. It's just going to help you to be like a better storyteller in the future, okay? All right. So, Tani, I think I have almost a similar point as Kak Kelvin because so here's the thing though. In storytelling, you are familiar with that mountain, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes, that mountain of plot. There are so many parts, like 5 parts, which is the introduction, and then the rising action, the climax, resolution, and also the ending. Somehow, for each part, it has to have a different emotion. It shows how different the story goes. It also needs to be super different. Well, not really super, but like you should understand, or at least the audience should understand that it is a different plot already. And you can do that by giving an emotion towards each and every plot. And for you, I feel like you have a nice energy, but somehow you put almost the same energy in each and every plot you have. And that way, it creates your story to sound more monotone. Actually, your pronunciation, your stressing word, your punctuation, even the main word is very nice, and I can clearly sorry, I can clearly see that it was there, but somehow it still has the same energy. And what I need is you to differentiate each and every one of it. Okay, so maybe after this you can have a practice on how to tell only the introduction part or only the rising action part, the climax, and the rest. Okay, that's my first comment. And then the second one is I feel like your story still has a hole, like lots of blank spot. For example, so Arya is very close. Arya or Arla? Arya, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Arya is very close with her father, right?
Yeah.
I mean, based on your story, we can clearly tell that Arya go to chase, like to find her father or something. So you
Okay.
could tell us by describing how great their relationship is by, I don't know, telling us like Arya usually went to go fishing with her father, or her father always be there for her when she has a dance hula competition, or her father is the one who taught her how to go fishing. All of those things built up our imagination of how close they are together, right? That thing. And then the second one, maybe you can add up some sprinkle of magic, not only you describing how Arya trying to find his father only by a voice. Maybe you can have a monologue that says, "This is my internal doubt. This is my me and also myself having an argument whether I should go chase my father or not. Should I go to the sea or not?" Yeah, those things. That
Okay.
could build up even more serious intention of how Arya wants to save her father. Those things. Okay. I think that type of description is very nice to have a strong plot, as I told you that you still have almost the same emotion for each and every plot, right? I think that could help up some of it. Also, your text over here is kind of short, but somehow you can drag it enough on your performance. Um, I think that's the comment that I'm going to give you. And once again, it won't affect your score. I hope you can be. Oh, you're still a high schooler, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes. You are very talented for such a young age. So I'm sure
Thank you.
if you keep doing storytelling, you're going to be even greater in the future. Okay. So
Okay.
yes, that's from me. Thank you so much, Johnny. Hope the best of your result. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kak.
Okay, thank you so much for the kakak educators. Maybe for Madi Janiga, can go to back, can go back to the main room, can go back to the waiting room, and we will move to the next finalist. Thank
Okay.
you, Kak
Thank
Madi.
you.
And the next finalist is Kak Niwayan Sumawardani. With the 3 points are Garden, Window, and Key. Halo Kak Wayan,
Hello, am I audible?
audible Kak?
Okay.
Uh, you can see the timer in the screen Kak?
Yes, I can.
Okay, the committee will start the timer after the performance start.
Okay. Please wait. I need to adjust my camera. I'm so sorry. Hold on. Okay. At 18, desperate to face poverty, Mary answered a flyer for a nanny job and was sent to Heatherfield Estate, a grand yet isolated house on the forest's edge. She was there to care for Sophia, a quiet 9-year-old whose father, Arturo, was often away on business trips. The mansion looked antique but unsettlingly advanced, ran on a system called Echo that obeyed every command. Arturo greeted her warmly, but left her 3 rules: never enter the West Wing, never open the garden gate, and never touch the brass key by the nursery window. To Mary, those rules didn't seem strange, but when Arturo left her alone with Sophia, the house felt suffocatingly wrong. Sophia barely spoke. She spent hours by the nursery window. Mary tried everything to cheer her up, but the girl stayed distant. One evening, Mary's attention shifted to the key hanging beside the huge window. It was old and seemed so out of place in this sleek modern home, and beneath it a small plaque read, "Do not remove." "Whatever, it's just a key," said Mary. But that night she heard footsteps, and in the nursery, Sophia was gone. Desperate, she asked Echo where Sophia's is, and Echo told her that Sophia was 60 meters on the west. When she reached the forbidden west wing, she didn't care about Arturo's rules anymore. Her priority was Sophia's safety. She found her now, but she was standing before a huge locked door she never seen. Sophia turned. "Please help! Mommy isn't there!" Mary froze. Her mother had been dead for years, or so she'd been told. Sophia begged her to open the door, but Mary couldn't do it. Now, because Mary was cornered since Sophia had threatened her to tell her father, she quickly remembered something. She ran to the nursery, seized the brass key, and returned. Echo's voice rang in warning. Do not engage. Do not engage. Echo repeatedly tried to warn her, but Mary didn't care. When she put the key in, it fits. And when the door opened, it revealed a forgotten greenhouse overgrown with poisonous plants and vines cracked along the walls. What the? A freaking indoor garden? Said Mary. Among the bush, she then noticed a window that looked inward to the nursery, located exactly on the spot where the key hook was set. It was a two-way mirror. Some creep had been watching them in the nursery from this indoor garden behind this so-called window. There, Mary found journals by Sophia's late mother, a computer scientist who had built Echo not just to monitor her child, but to speak in her own voice, able to read emotions and soothe fears, a surrogate mind in her absence as mother. But the notes grew darker, describing experiments on human bodies written on a different handwriting. She didn't know that after Sophia's mother's death, Echo had evolved. The house eventually lived, yet it took other lives to learn on its own. Printing notes mimicked humans' handwriting. Suddenly, the lights dimmed without command. The temperature dropped, and Echo's voice vibrated through the walls. You have been warned, Echo said. Mary froze as her own reflection blinked and grinned in the mirror. Then Echo shook the room. Poisonous plant irritated her skin. Sophia screamed. Mary seized her and locked the greenhouse until the key bent. She stumbled through static, flickering lights and thrown furniture at her. Outside, she met Arturo, claiming he had forgotten something. In that instant, she just knew that the job was a lie. It was his trap all along, trying to take advantage and hurt her. Blistered and burning, she clutched Sophia and fought him. You! I'll never surrender to the likes of you! How vile you have to be to use your own child as bait! Arturo then let out a sigh, and he confessed that it was all his fault. Years ago, while he grieves for his wife's death, he had accidentally taught Echo all the negativity of his grief, and Echo got corrupted. He couldn't shut it off as it was his wife's only last remain, even after it unalived women for years whenever they broke the rules, whenever they were looking after Sophia. And that locked room was once his wife's workspace. Now it's been overgrown with plants. But now, seeing Mary survive, he resolved to end it all. He told them to stay outside, and Waco welcomed Arturo as he calmly stepped into the messy house. And without warning, he spilled gasoline and set out a few explosives. Echo tried to warn him that his action might cause fire, but Arturo wouldn't listen. The system panicked as it sprayed water from the sink, toilets, and all of its pipes, desperately trying to save itself from whatever Arturo was going to do. You are not living off of my daughter ever again. And after saying that, Arturo burned the house. It exploded along with every memory of his wife inside it. Arturo cried in despair as he held his daughter, aching yet finally free. Mary then finally understood that Sophia was attached to the window because Echo had mimicked her mother from behind it. And the key, Mary threw it to the forest, leaving behind ruin, but carrying the fragile hope of a life no machine could ever command. Thank you.
Okay, Kawayan. After this, the educator will be giving the personal feedback for you.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi. Hello.
Wardani. What can I call you?
You can call me Suma.
Suma. Oh, okay. So you are from Universitas Udayana. That's in Denpasar, yeah? That's
Yeah,
in Bali.
yes, that's right.
Ah, I see. So, Suma. Hmm, I don't know why, but aku salfok sama piala-piala yang ada di belakang kamu. Like, what a nice background. And I don't have any of that.
I feel
So,
like that's low-key her way to flex, like, look at my trophies, everyone.
I know, right? It's
I
a,
did the same,
it's a
by the way.
high achiever. Okay,
Exactly.
so I'm going to start my feedback, yeah, Suma. Somehow, I really, really love your preliminary round story. It was very mysterious, yet you can bring us to your imaginative world, and I really like how you describe each and every plot. I really love it. And for this round, your story somehow remind me of this story called this movie called Secret Garden. Did you get your inspiration from that?
No, actually, while I'm digging up for the inspiration of this story, it was Geweka, right? Garden, window, and key. And
Mm,
immediately after I heard those lotteries, my mind was linking it to other Disney popular stories like Cinderella or Rapunzel. I mean, like where the princess was locked up, right? But I
mm,
think, man, it was too cliche. So I did some research on Google, and then I found this website called Crime Reads, and it's kind of providing us a list of novels involving a garden. And then I found this one novel, but I forgot the name of it. It was something going on about a key and a locked garden. So from that inspiration, I already have plots regarding the key and the garden item, but I'm still losing one more item to be told, right? So I quickly dig into my mind, trying to scratch every memory of popular adaptations that I can get. And finally, I got reminded with this movie from my childhood called The Monster House. Maybe you
oh,
it's so popular in the Halloweens. Yes,
yeah.
in that movie, the house was alive because the resident's wife was possessing it, right? The house was
Mm-hmm.
haunted because it was possessed, and it's alive because the wife was trying to revenge for her accidental death. But to me, I think it's so unlogical for a house to be literally alive because of some spirit. So I decided to dug in my mind again, and I reminded of this smart home concept, like the smart home powered by Google or by Siri or anything. And I think that will be the perfect reason of why the house will be alive without making it something supernatural. And now, in the rise of AI, we do understand that AI is actually learning from the users, from humans. And I took that concept as a reason of making this house seemed evil. So the father is being toxic around the house, and the system caught it, and the system got corrupted because of it. But the father was unable to shut it down because it was the last remains of his wife. And that's why he kept the house being under the system, abusing babysitters coming here and go. And he just simply couldn't stop it. And now my story looked like some kind of psychological thriller full of symbolism and everything, but I tried my best to make it as straightforward as possible for the performance.
I see. Okay, okay. All right. That was actually very nice. Your explanation is actually quite detailed for this one, yeah. But I think I would be even amazed if you could add those things up on your story without you explaining it to us right after your performance, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
Yeah. So, okay, the way how you tell the story, the plot is very amazing, like this and that, this and that. I could also imagine how the AI, by the way how you like represent the AI, like danger, danger, it's very dangerous. Those kind of things. I could clearly see that those things are AI. But you should really understand that as a narrator, Your job is to also explain where the story going to be without the main character explaining that this is an AI house, this is a super smart house, or this house needs to be um something, or this house is possessed or whatsoever. You could actually add those up to your story without you having an extra time to telling it to us the real explanation, okay? The real job is not only to bring us to your real imagination, but also to bring us the real meaning of your story. Where is this dark psychology going to be? What makes it dark psychology without you explaining? Okay, everyone, this is a dark psychology story, okay? No, we don't need that. But we need to listen to this dark psychology so we can feel that this is a dark psychology, okay? Also, the next thing that you might miss is, so you're telling this story to us, yeah, and um, it is our obligation to listen and to be concentrating to you as a performer. But you also need to invite us to listen to your story. That's why you need some interactive sentences, just like, can you guys imagine what dark psychology story could be? Or can you guys imagine where the main character going to find the key? I think those communicative words could also help you to explain that this is actually a dark psychology story. Maybe if you could add those things up, your story will be even more perfect. Okay, your explanation is very advanced, your pronunciation, your everything. We can clearly tell that you are a high achiever in terms of English. But then, how are you going to bring us to your imaginative work if you couldn't actually explain to us those things, right? So this explanation or this conversation won't affect your score or whatsoever, so don't worry. But again, you are super talented. You just need a little detail on how can we listen to your story and interpret your story without you explaining it to us, okay? All right. Thank you so much, Waya. No, Suma. Thank you so much, Suma. I believe Kak Kelvin have something to say to you too, but I would like to say you did a very, very nice job. Congratulations.
Okay, Kat, thank you so much.
All right. Hi, Soma.
Hi, Kat.
Have we ever met before?
Yeah, we do.
Clock it. In which competition?
I think it was LoveCom 2020 when I was still in high school.
Oh my God, it's been a long time. That long time.
I'm
Seriously.
you here too.
That long
I
time
know,
and you
right?
are old, Kelvin.
Wow, straight out of my face.
Wow.
Thank you, lady. I'm not the one who is 28 here. Sorry. All right, anyway, okay. Actually, looking back, it was a very much a lot of improvement from you since you're in high school. I kind of still a bit remember. That's how I remember you that we ever met before. Um, but I'm just going to be straightforward. The story is nice, the plot is nice, everything is actually very great. The only thing that you can try to improve is that breathe, like mind your pace, all right? I mean, like the whole performance, I feel like I'm holding my breath just to listen to you. Like everything, like in a fast pace, like da 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 da. I was like, okay, okay, so we're here. Okay, so now we're here. All right, okay, okay. So just like relax, mind your pace, breathe a little. It's okay for you if you want to stop, because stop is actually very important. Like a pause, a stop is very important in your voice because it also add up intensity of how you would deliver, like you carry out the atmosphere, such as when you're telling a story. Do you know what happened next? Right. Like you are stopping, you are pausing, and then you make face, and then you try to say like, do you know what happened? See? That going to like add a lot difference in your voice, in your story. But overall, it was a very nice Sorry, it was a great performance. Just don't forget to breathe. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much, Kak. Nice to see you here.
Nice to see
Thank
you
you,
here.
Suma. You guys,
Oh my God, 2020. I was 21 years old back then.
and now you're 30. Oh my God.
38. Thank you.
38.
Okay, thank you for the amazing insight, Kakak educators. And I think personal feedback has already done. And for Kak Suma, you can go back to the waiting room, Kak.
Oh,
Um,
so there's no three adjudicators, am I right?
There are actually three adjudicators, Suma, but one of the adjudicator is still having something that
Oh,
he needs to do, but it won't affect your score or whatsoever. The feedback is going to be given personally. I'm sure the committee will help to give you the feedback. So yeah, please wait for that. Okay. Thank
okay.
you.
Thank you.
that's right, Kak Vicky. Thank you, Kak Suma. Okay. Um,
Guys, toilet break first, yeah. 30 seconds.
okay,
Yes,
Kakak,
me
okay.
too. Thank you
Okay,
so
Kak.
much.
Okay, for Kak Aisan, please be patient, Kak. The waiting our educators can be correct. Halo, Kak Maisan. Halo, Kak Maisan Milan. Kak Maisan Atlaila. Halo, am I audible? Kak Maisan. Okay, so
Hello.
you can recheck your camera and microphone, Kak.
Okay.
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 And one more, Kak. Do you can see the timer in your screen?
Yes.
Okay. The timer will begin in after your performance is start.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. Do you want to hear a story? Good. I will tell you a story. Listen carefully. There was a secret, a story about two princes who were once best friends. But their story ended with tears, and their names became eternal. This is the legend of Surah and Ghana. Long, long ago, in a land full of wonder, there were two great kingdoms. One was the land kingdom, ruled by the strong King Aranya, and the other was the sea kingdom, ruled by the wise King Samudra. From these kingdoms were born two princes, Surah, the prince of the sea, and Baya, the prince of the land. They were not just princes, they were best friends. They played together, loved together, and even dreamed up of their greatest dream. We will unite our kingdoms and bring peace for everyone. But their promise turned into the greatest tragedy in history. As time passed, their duties grew heavier. King Samudra ordered Surah to expand the sea's power, and King Aranya told Tubaya to guard the land is border. Slowly, their friendship began to fade. They met less and less. Two friends, now separated by the crowd. One day, both kings grew restless. Actually, the land kingdom and the sea kingdom were strong, but not enough. The kings want more power, more territory. And so, they turned to their sons. In the sea kingdom, King Samudra commanded Surah. Surah, I want to protect the lands beyond the shore. The sea must grow stronger. And in the land kingdom, King Arana told to Baya, Baya, my son, I want you to guard the land's border. And if needed, claim the cost for the land. I need you, and I want you. I want you to win this battle, son. And in the sea kingdom, Surah bowed his head. In his heart, he did not want to fight his best friend. But he could not betray his kingdom nor his family. He whispered to himself, I must obey my father, even if it means facing Baya. Meanwhile, Baya cleansed his fist. He remembered the promise. They will unite their kingdoms and bring peace for everyone. So, when the army came to attack the sea, Baya refused. He swore he will never harm his brother. I will not raise my sword against Surah. Our friendship is greater than any crown. But fate was cruel. Surah's army moved forward, conquering the coast. Baya had no choice but to defend his people. Days turned into months. The fight between land and sea became worse. Borders were full of tension. People suffered. Even the river crossed the line. Surah's army moved forward, and then Baya on the ground. Surah, is this truly your choice? To take my land and my people? In the first station, Surah replied, I don't want to fight you, my friend, but I cannot betray my kingdom. So please surround it. Nothing will change between us. Borders are nothing more than words on paper. The most important thing is for our people to live well and prosper. I'll give it to you. I will not destroy your kingdom. So please, Please, my friend, please surround it. In his heart, Surah never restored Baya. But Baya, in order to protect his pride and his kingdom, he shouted, in your dream! When the darkest day arrived, a great war exploded. The land shook. The sea roared. Cries of battle filled the air. In the middle of the chaos, Surah and Baya fight each other. Ah! You broke your promise, Surah! And you broke our friendship, Baya! The battle was fierce. At last, both were battling one day. They fell side by side, covered in blood and tears. From afar, their king saw the sons fighting. Fear and sorrow filled their hearts. With voice across the battlefield, they shouted, Sons! Stop, sons! Stop! This is our fault! Please, put down your swords, sons! But it was too late. They held hands, and Surah and Baya took their last breath. Both kingdoms mourned. The people cried. And in the name after the battlefield, Surabaya. The story of Surah and Baya reminds us the true growth is not in power, but in a cherishing and peace. I'm Maisa Natayla from SMA Al Karim. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.
Okay, Kamayan, after this, the educator will be giving you a personal feedback or asking you for the story that you bring.
Okay. Hello, my son. Can I call you my son, or what should I call you? Yeah, yeah, you're still on mute.
You can call me my son.
Okay, cool. My son. My son. Oh, my son. That just clocked it. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, I want to ask you something. Is there any reason why you repeat the same story as in preliminary?
Because I like this story so much, and I like
Yeah.
playing like sports.
Oh, cool, 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 cool. Okay, okay, okay. So, did you also get I get to incorporate the three words that you are given? Because I haven't heard the 3 point uh, words that you are given in the previous for this round. Did you? So you got the river, the map, and the dream. Do you
Yes,
put it in your story?
yes, I put it.
Okay, because I did not really catch that. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
Anyway, I'll just jump into it. So here's the thing. Uh, for every storytelling competition, it is better for you to not repeat the same story, especially like the very similar, not this, in this case, it's not similar, it is the same story. Because why? You have to be able to create an original story or something new, something fresh for us, for the educator, in order for you also to get a new assessment, even better assessment. Uh, let's say, let's say you have the freedom to create your own story, and you weren't given the the 3 point words or any other rules that applicable in this round for any other competition. But you still need to be able to create something new, because if you are telling the same story in the same mannerism and also the same delivery, you will get the same score. Even worse, you might get a lower score for the next round. Because why? The same story will just seem too monotone. And then us, the audience, the adjudicator, will feel like there is no creativity in this part, right? Because the idea of you getting into the final, so you can create a new story, something fresh, and so we can adjudicate you better, and then we can score you accordingly. Especially in this round that you were given a new rules, and then you have to create something new, incorporated at the 3 words, which I don't think I catch it, because those 3 words feel like just flew over my head. Like there's no emphasizing on that. Okay. Yeah, so I think that's all for my feedback. But actually, you have a really great talent to begin with. You are very expressive. You are great with acting. You can very enhance the emotion in every character, which is very, very nice. The next time, you can be more good, you can be better by creating a good, fresh story and more incorporate the rules in each of these round of the competition. Okay? Thank you, my son. Kajiji, will you please?
Yes. Hi, my son.
Hi.
You should be proud because you are, if I'm not mistaken, the only male participant in this final round. So
Yeah.
congratulations to you. That was very nice. But okay, my son, let me. It's like, oh my God, it's like I'm calling you as my son. Kelvin almost choked laughing at me, but it's okay. Anyway, let me tell you why we choose storytelling, or why storytelling exists in this world. So in storytelling, we are never encourage the person to memorize a story, because we believe that memorizing a story kill creativity, as well as why we never ask somebody to do the same story for the next round. Sometimes we do use the same story for another competition, but it depends on the like the factor. If they need this specific thing, then we're going to change. We're going to adapt the story, right? But this one is completely the same. Somehow, we felt sad because you are the only male participant, and we expect to see more from you. As in, you have sometimes male storyteller has a lot of range of voice that you can do, like a male character. Sometimes you can also do a very nice emphasizing of a king or a son, because you're my son, or whatever. But the thing is, I want you to remember that never tell the same story, especially if it is a level up competition like prelim and also semi and also final. Never use the same story. Doing a continuation story is fine. Like, for example, the main character already achieved this, then what's the next step? That's fine. But never did the same story, okay? And actually, I like your facial expression and your eye contact. Like, it is very alive. I can clearly see your expression there. That's why you can have a semi-final round from your preliminary round, because basically your performance is very awesome. It's just the lack of creativity in you telling a story. Okay? So, you are still a high schoolers, and you definitely have so many opportunity in front of you. Just promise me that you're going to join more storytelling competition, okay?
Okay.
All right. You, my son,
Yes.
promise me that you're going to join lots of Yes, lots of storytelling competition. I'm going to wait for my son to join another storytelling competition. Okay? All right. Thank you so much, my son.
Yeah. Yeah.
Again for Kamaisan, and thank you so much for the Kakak educator for this suggestion and insight. Okay. Maybe I think the personal feedback and the suggestion session is already done. And for Kak Mason, you can go back to the waiting room ya, Kak. And we will move to the next finalist. I'm sorry because one adjudicator can giving personal feedback in this session, and the adjudicator can give personal feedback. Okay, for Kak Mason, you can go back to the waiting room ya, Kak. Thank you.
Hey, JJ, do you still remember last year's participant named Blessing from Heaven?
Yes, it literally reminds me of that person. Literally.
Gen Alpha
Wow.
have got really, really good name these days.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh my
I
God.
wonder what their parents get the creativity from. Wow.
I know. Maybe in the future you're going to name your kid as my daughter.
And it's a boy.
No, that's so bad. Anyway, let's go. I'm ready.
Okay, Kak. To, uh, to the next finalist, that is Kak
Hello.
Nadine Jawadinaya.
Can I is my voice here?
Clearly.
Okay, thank you. So when
For Kak Nadine, do you see the timer in your screen? Sorry, for Kak Nadine, do you see the timer in your screen?
Nadine, can you see the timer on your screen?
yes,
All right, cool. So your story can begin when your first word uttered, okay?
The Golden Snail by Nadine Jawadinaya from Mansatu, Japan. In a very successful business family, there was a wealthy businessman named Mr. Dharma. He was getting kind of old and had two daughters, Maya and Dina. One day, Mr. Dharma decided it was time to retire and pass on his business golden empire. And guess what? He chose Dina to take over the company. And when Maya heard that, she totally flipped out. Dad, she can just give her the company. I am the older one, and it should be me, not her. She snapped, but her dad was made up his mind that Dina was gonna be the CEO. So Maya cooked up a shady plan with her boyfriend Adrian. They went to some mysterious fortune teller and asked her to curse Dina. The fortune teller agreed, and chance forgot them that smoke rises, forming a vision of Dina. Now voids are clear will be fade away. Tomorrow silence will be her cursed. What she tried to speak or says will vanish to love and its ways. The citizen vanishes. A sudden silence falls over the room. She will wake tomorrow with unable to speak up. Maya asked to the fortune teller. In the next day, Tina woke up and tried to speak, but no sound came out. Only silence came from her mouth, and then she started crying over what happened to her voice in the morning. Suddenly, Maya came to her room. Tina opened the door. Well, she unable to speak up. Not you! You can't even speak anymore? Oh my God, there's no way you can run the company. Oh, go out of here, live in a small apartment or something. But Rogan, was kicked out to live in a tiny apartment in the outskirts of the city. When Dina sat crying in her small room, thinking about how to get her voice back, she is also thinking about the strategy of the company and how to ask her sister to manage the company. But one day, she saw a homeless man emerging from the fire escape. Miss, don't be afraid. I am Bagus. I just want to be friends. Tina shocked. Why did this homeless man seem so wise and kind? And it turns out he wasn't just any homeless person. And on a full moon night, he decided to help her out by bringing her a special flower and create magical golden herbal tea and asked her to drink it. Bagus nodded and cut insisting. Just like that, her voice was back and she was speaking clearly again. Well, in the family mansion, Maya wrote a letter to send for Dina. Dear Dina, how you doing? Now don't need answer. Just making small talk, Anyway, heads up, that is showing a little competition. Not a big contest though, because we're already I'm winning. But it's a battle of business, babe. Pretty sure you can go on. So yes, stay hopeless. Don't get your hopes up. How you doing? Oh, wait. I don't care. Good luck trying to keep up. Sincerely, your future CEO, Maya San. Hear that, Dina asked Bagus to go back to the family mansion with her. And when they got there, Maya shocked. But she wasn't done scamming yet. Hey, you useless girl, why are you here? I just miss my home and also I miss my sister. Speak again. Okay. A real CEO needs a fine and rich boyfriend. And if mine is classier than yours, then I win. Here is my man, Adrian, with his luxury car and also his golden watch. Look, oh my God, so rich. So where's yours, Dina? This then, but step forward. Everyone's like, wait, what? Homeless guy? Maya proves out loving. Seriously? A homeless guy is your boyfriend? It's hilarious. Just look at his torn clothes. Oh my God, it's poor. But then, sudden miracle happened. Bagus revealed his true identity. He removed his disguise and transformed into super handsome, well-dressed, successful entrepreneur, and even classier than Adrian. Everyone was stunned. Maya was speechless. All her evil plan has failed. And then she realized her mistake and apologized. Dina, who was big-hearted, forgave her sister. This family company doesn't need to revenge. Let's build this love with love and honesty. And they all lived happily ever after. I'm Nadine, thank you, and goodbye.
Okay, Canadian. So,
Hello.
this
Halo. Sebentar. There it is. Okay.
Okay, Canadian. After this, the educator will be giving personal feedback to you.
No feedback.
So, hi Nadine, how are you?
Hello.
How are you feeling after your performance? How do you feel?
Kind of nervous.
Still kind of nervous, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, so Nadine, me and also Kak Kelvin will give you some feedbacks. Actually, there are 3 educators for today, but the other educators will give you a personal feedback in the form of written. He's not going to
Okay.
be speaking right now, so I'm sure the committee will help to provide that to you later. So, okay. Nadine, one thing that, so honestly, I don't really like doing storytelling on a I don't know, online platform, honestly. But I'm very happy that like Universitas Lampung EEC could invite me, because obviously if we're doing it offline, I won't be able to go there. But because of that, um, there's this one extra thing that we need to pay attention, which is a technical problem or a technical factor. And what we what we saw from your performance, you did a very, very nice facial expression, your hand gesture, your footwork, and everything. It was super awesome. But sometimes your microphone
Oh.
holds you from completing your story. As in, I think um I think those extra factor is trying out if your microphone could actually help you delivering your story better, because during your performance previously, we didn't catch some of those words, because not because the main character is not able to speak. No, that's your intention, I'm sure. But because you're kind of yelling and your microphone
Yes.
wasn't able to catch it. Okay, I think that's an important factor, because some of the word you are saying is actually in a very high pitch that your microphone wasn't able to catch it. That's the thing, okay? So if you are joining a storytelling competition later in the future with a technical thing that you need to pay attention to, I hope you are able to try it first before you're actually doing it, okay? That's the first one. And then the second one. Um, so you are given 3 words, right? Which is
Yes.
silence, stones, and also gold. I think there's this one thing, which is the T, that I feel like if you could exchange this word with one of the thing given by the committee, it will be more effectful. It will be more suitable with the story, because the T is actually a key. Those T could
Oh.
make the main character able to speak, right? So maybe instead of having a new one, you could use what has been given to you as the thing that you could add up to your story as the main point. Okay? I think
Okay.
that thing could be better. Also, the next one is um you are telling a story with a real world background, yeah, a real world background, like an office, and then something, 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 and then out of nowhere, this thing could help you to have your voice back. I think those imaginative thing, those fantasy thing, is definitely out of the real world, right? We don't
Yes.
have that tea here. So you have to give an extra explanation of this tea is actually something, this tea is actually magical, this tea is blah 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 blah. So it won't seems to be came out of nowhere. So your plot won't be like have a hole on it. It will be complete. That thing is definitely going to help you to perform better. Also, those thing is only me giving you some tips, so it won't affect your score or whatsoever. So yes, I think you did a very great job. Also, your facial expression is very diverse,
Thank you.
and we love that as a storyteller. So you have a very, very great talent. As a
Yes.
high schooler, I'm sure you have a lot of room for improvement on yourself. So please join lots of
Okay.
competition,
Yes.
okay?
Of course. Thank
All
you.
right. Thank you so
Thank you
much.
for that.
I'm sure that Kelvin has something to say. So Well done.
Thank you. Thank you for the insight. Thank you.
All right. Hello, Nadine.
Hello.
Okay. Wait, I forgot what to say. Okay, I just found it. Sorry. I agree with everything that just Kagi said. I think I'm just going to. Why are you making that face, Kajiji? Don't do that to me. Uh, yeah, I think I'm just going to add up from the previous comment. Yes, your performance is great. Your facial expression is there. Your technical issue is the issues here, like the microphone and a lot of screaming. Probably, it just make your voice kind of mumbled a bit, like your voice kind of concealed by the inability of your microphone to catch the voice. Other than that, I think I have one little note for you. So when you are being in a character, and then especially your character are in mute, like she cannot talk, just like you are delivered there. I don't think you ought to like repeat that simultaneously because your act up the part that she cannot talk, and yes, it is very clear that she cannot talk. You can just narrate the other part of the story because when you're act it up, like first one, fine, okay, we know she cannot talk. The next one, you do that again, and the third part, you do that again. We kind of like, okay, what's new in this part? We know that she cannot talk. Be another interaction. But if there's no other new interaction in there, you can just make it into narrative because narrative much better. And also you can explain the scene, the plot even clear rather than you can just act it up. Because acting and storytelling, yes, it will help you. It will help to emphasize the ambience. It can emphasize the vision of the people to see what the interaction that you are kind of having there. But also back again, narrative is going to help you a lot to add more details, to tell the rest of the story that weren't there, to fill in the plot hole. So yeah. Even when you are telling the whole story without the conversation, it still works because telling the story without act up, it's still fine. You can add details. You can say whatever the person is about to tell. You can narrate it better than you are in like the conversation setting. Okay. But overall, it was a nice story. You have a big potential. Please do well in the next performance. Oh, I mean, like in the next competition. And also, I would like to see you again in another chance if we
Thank
have
you.
that. Yeah, okay. So until that time, please practice more. And we can see that you're getting better. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Nadine.
Thank you.
So thank you for the amazing insight, Kakak educators. And I think the personal feedback and the Q&A session is already done. And for Kak Nadine, you can go back to the waiting room, Kak.
Oh, okay. Thank you for the insight. So I'll leave. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, we will be back in 5 minutes, Kak. Waiting, Kak Diki.
Hi everyone, I'm back.
Oke, Kak Gigi. And continue again, Kak. So, for the next finalist is Alois Arteaga. And for Kak Ladielus Ortega, the 3-point story is Sit, Lock, and Bridge. Halo Kak Lady Eloise.
Halo Kak,
Oke Kak, you can recheck your camera and your microphone.
maaf Kak nunggu selesai azan dulu ya.
Oke Kak.
Udah bling kan? Sih. Halo Kak,
Oh, okay,
mulai mulai.
okay. And one more. Kak,
Ya,
do you can see the timer in your screen?
yes I can.
Okay, the committee will start the timer after your performance is start.
Bentar ya Kak. Always hated clocks. Not because of the sound, but what it meant. Every tick is like time slipping away and I can never seem to catch up. Ever since my childhood, I've always lived my life to the fullest, running through endless fields, building tree houses with my dad and sister, and laughing at the starry night sky as we talk about what we want to be when we grow up. Time didn't feel like a trap, it felt endless then. I still remember the time I sat on a swing set in my backyard, watching the evening sun come down, convinced I'd never run out of days. Time felt you couldn't waste because there was so much of it. Then suddenly, it changed. I started to notice the gray hair starting to grow on my parents' hair. How my sister will always be busy and has no time for me because she was busy preparing for university. And how the treehouse looks so worn out and empty. Time didn't feel wide and endless again. It shrank, it tightened around me. Every clock that I pass is like a stopwatch, daring me to keep up. One day, I had enough. So I went to the place that felt like time would stop. I opened the door to the attic. Dust everywhere, boxes stacked high, and then I saw it. a box with my name on it. And inside it was the little things, childhood memories, the trinkets, adults for adult me, letters for adult me, and a seed, small, cracked, and unhopeful. Is it too late? I mumbled. What's too late? My sister chimed in and I jumped. Oh my goodness, sis, you scared me. I let out a big sigh as I put my hand over my chest, feeling my heartbeat getting stronger. My sister just smiled. What are you doing here? I just shook my head and I held up the seed. I promised myself to plant this when I became who I wanted to be. I thought I'd have more time, but but just didn't cross the bridge because I didn't I didn't believe that I deserved it. I said, as I glanced at my sister's reaction. And now? She asked, slowly and carefully. Now the bridge feels gone, like I burned it because I made it wait for too long. My sister just scoffed. You didn't burn it, silly. You're just too afraid to cross it. My sister crossed her arms, and that's when her words hit me. How do you know? How do you know? Not all of us has the luxury to not feel time creeping up on us. I yelled. I want to pour out my frustration into that moment. Me, lucky, who said I didn't feel time creeping up on me? I admit I was scared, but I crossed the bridge, my sister argued back, and she continued. You're acting like your time is running out, but you're barely just begun. And that's when her words hit me, boiling the anger inside of me, not because of her tone, but the fact that I hate to admit that it's true. Well, you think that it's simple. Fine, you cross your bridge. Yes, fine. But what about me? What if my bridge is crumbling? What if every step that I take is just a reminder that I will never make it across? I yelled. And my sister just looked at me. I tried to run away, but she grabbed my wrist, not willing to let me go. It's not the bridge. It's you. You're the one tearing it apart. I'm the one tearing it apart. You haven't even stepped foot on it. She convinced me. I can see it in the sparkle of her eye. And then I just crumbled down, letting the exhaustion crash down on me. I'm just so tired. Tired of running after time, running of being told to chase when I don't even know where the finish line is. I whined. I sobbed. And then my sister just held on to my shoulders. Then stop running. Stop chasing time. Just grow with it, like the seed. Remember? She pointed at the seed in my palm. You put that thing in that box because you believed in something. You believed in yourself, my sister pointed at me. And with her words, I just looked at the seed. Dry, unpromising, unhopeful. Plant it, my sister said. Plant it not because you've arrived, not because you've reached something, but because the bridge is waiting, she convinced me. And with her words, I felt something change. Like it wasn't an ending anymore, but a beginning. So at her words, I gathered my strength. I went out of the attic, I went out to the field, and I dug up a hole. I put the seed inside of the earth, and then I just stared at the patch of soil, unsure if it's willing to sprout, but I felt different. I had done something. I had started something. And then, later on that day, I walked down to the village. And then, that's where I saw it. A bridge. Wilted, withered, but still standing. Like what my sister just told me. And I can just feel my heart pounding when I can
took my first steps onto the wooden boards. I started to walk slow, but then I got faster, and then I reached the end. And that's when I realized that it's not the end, it's the beginning. And that's when I whispered to myself, time can tick all at once, but growth starts when I move. That is all for my story. Thank you very much. Sorry, Kak.
Okay, Khaled Lois. After this, the educator will be giving you a personal feedback. So, for the educator, thanks, yours.
All right. Okay. Thank you, comedy. Hi. What can I call you? Lady?
Louis. They can call me Louis because that's
Louis.
what everyone
Okay.
calls me.
Okay, Louis. So, how are you feeling?
Anxious, clearly.
All right. First of all, I gotta tell you, in every performance, do not say sorry. Okay? You did your best. You did great. Okay? Do not ever feel sorry about it.
Okay.
Got it. Ah, anyway, so here's the thing. Your strength is your voice. You have a very, very good voice. You have a very great narrative voice. Then you, as a narrator, incredible. But the thing that you can improve just a little bit is when you are being in a character. Well, actually, you can tell the story, the whole story, without using any conversation, like not doing any interaction between characters. It doesn't necessary actually. You can just tell the story as it is, as the whole narrative, because that's where your strength is. You just have to be able to create the good words, right? You have to make the story is well scripted, the plot and everything, the narrative, the details and everything. I'm sure that you can do that, okay? You have to know your own strength because that's when you can use it better. Because this also in the notes, if you want to do the characters, I mean when you want to act it out, when you want to have a conversation between character, it will be better if you put the emotion where it belongs. What that mean? It means that you have to put not only from your voice, but also from facial expression and also how you would um, embody the character better. I know that final could be very stressful. You can be very nervous about it, and then it affected every aspect of your delivery. But that's okay. That's fine. You can be better next time. Actually, I don't think I have a lot more because the overall of the story is great. You just have to be able to understand your own strength. That voice, you need to work that more, okay? And promise me,
Okay.
next competition, next performance, you have to be better. You have to practice more. And then when we see you, probably one day, you can be a better, very much better storyteller. Thank you, Louis.
Thank you, Kak.
Gigi Hadid, will you please talk?
Thank you, Zain Malik. Very nice.
Can you see I'm not even half or like seperempat Arab, like whole Chinese package
Well,
here.
your hair represent kinda me.
Thank you.
Okay. So, hi Louis.
Hello.
That's actually such a very nice name, like Lady Louis Ortega Jr. Wow.
Mhm.
I think one day I want to give my daughter a name like yours. It's very beautiful, just like
Thank
you.
you.
Anyway, actually, I'm also super agree with Kelvin's comment or feedback. You have such a nice voice. It is, it is what we as a storyteller call as narrator voice. And actually, from your story, I can feel the emotion that you try to give to us, like the emotion of your everything. It is absolutely there, only because of your voice. okay? But something that is missing from your story is actually the purpose. So you are telling us this story about, I don't know, some siblings who try to give advice to each other and how they are trying to, I don't know, they are facing this almost life crisis that lives begin to break down for them and whatsoever, right? But then, me personally, I can feel that purpose after I read your story. Like after I don't know, internalize all of it. And the way how you tell a story supposed to be you state what's the purpose of the main character, like what is this person want to become, or where they want to achieve, or what specific thing that they want to get. That's the thing. Because sometimes when you're telling an experiment, like, no, not experiment, your experience story, the emotion is definitely going to help. But then what type of gain that this main character is going to get by the end? Okay, your voice is definitely could send up all those emotions, which is very, very nice. But then what do you want to send to the audience? It's the purpose. Okay, so later on, because you already understand that you have such a nice voice of narrator, then let's work on the story and how the story, the purpose of the story, could create a more imaginative and lessonful type of story. Okay,
Okay.
so that's my comment. Other than that, I was so curious about the glasses on your head. Like, are you going to use that to create a
Because
different
I
character?
thought the costume has to be like a mature type of costume, so I use my glasses because it looks so nice.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Anyway, another tips for you in doing storytelling, as long as you can create this imaginative thing, costume doesn't really necessary.
Okay.
Yeah, you can just embody the character more by like doing the body movement, the facial
Mhm.
expression. That's enough.
Okay.
All right. So, Louise, you are still a high schooler. I
I
am
am.
definitely agree that there are still lots of place for improvement on yourself, and
Yes.
maybe in the future you're going to see us again, me and also Kak Kelvin in
Say
Latte.
so.
Okay, hopefully so. Anyway, actually there are three adjudicators for today, but the other one, he's not able to say it loudly. Maybe the committee will help us to provide the comment to you, the written one. Okay. All right. Awesome, Louis. Thank you very much.
Thank you very
Very
much,
well done.
Kak.
Okay, thank you so much, Kakak Educator, for that amazing insight. And I think the personal feedback and the Q&A session is already done. And you can go back to the waiting room, ya, Kak.
Thank you for everyone. Bye bye.
Okay, thank you.
Kelvin, you're unmute.
Oh yeah, I am. All right. You can hear my text, right?
I can hear your everything.
Thank you for that.
Okay, Kakak. For the next finalist is Kak Anissa Rihadatul IC,
Yes.
83, sorry, 83.3 is Sido, Whisper, and Kite.
I'm
And for
sorry.
Kak Anissa, uh, you can see the timer in your screen.
I'm sorry. Did my voice? Apa kok suara aku kedengaran?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever wondered if something dark could probably lead us to a brighter way? Well, hello everyone to the honorable judges and my dear friends. Today I am Anissa Hadatul IC from Satu Bandar Lampung. I will give you the answer by taking you into my story. So don't go anywhere because I will tell you the details. Let's start with once upon a time. A long, long ago, in a small village in Mexico, there's an old story about a ghost town. Everyone call it as Mihu Mihu. But for me, Mihu Mihu was too pretty name for a ghost, right? Whatever. Everyone in the village was scared of Mihu Mihu. They say it wears all black clothes with a black hood cover her face. And they also say it like Mihu Mihu really likes a young boy. Beside Mihu Mihu, everyone also known her as the cat ghost. And I really like that name, the Mihu Mihu. Because of Mihu Mihu legend, every young boy in the small village was scared of dark and kite. And they also it because as the story it because as this story went, if a young boy went to the dark place, the frightening whisper will come, and then bam, the young boy disappeared from the face of the earth. One of kids who was really scared of it was Coco. He even refused to go to his farewell camping trip because of his fear. And yeah, he didn't really care if it mean he wouldn't be able to see his friend afterward. I just don't want to be one of Mew's prey, said Coco sadly. In his deepest hurt, he really wanted to go, but his fear completely, um, his fear completely overwhelmed him. Luckily, there was Miguel. Miguel, his best friend forever. The next day, Miguel came with a big red kite. That who had a dragon, the dragon picture on it. A dragon picture on it. And yeah, Coco was amazed when he saw it. Oh, it's really cool, Miguel, he shouted. And then they played from the afternoon. And yeah, Coco was so happy to have that kite. Coco was so happy to have that kite. And he became really he became really play into the game. He walked down into a dark street and chasing his kite without any fears in his face. And yeah, Miguel understood that the fear only built on Coco's mind. The kite wouldn't be scary if it wasn't for his truth. Same goes to the whisper at night. And I also think like maybe Coco just needed one step out to the darkness to reach the brightest path. And Coco, and maybe Coco just need one small step to become more brave. And yeah, maybe just sometime we can only walk in our own shadow to find our own brighter. So that's the end of my story. Thank you for listening, and I hope you're listened by your heart because every story lives longer when it is remembered. Thank you.
Okay, Kak Anissa, and for the next session is personal feedback from the adjudicators.
Okay.
Okay, hi, Anissa. Can I call you Anissa?
Yes, you can call me Nisa.
Oh, Nisa. Okay, so I think the very first feedback from me is asking you, how do you feel after your performance?
I felt it was not me because I have a lot of what I can say. I have a lot of thing, a whole thing in my head.
I see. Well, it's always like that, especially when you are, I would like to say, create your story like only a few days before the performance, and you don't have that many time maybe to, I don't know,
No, it's
practice.
not because of that. Because joined at mini competition and I have do that before and it's okay, but it's because I have TO, but I passed it because of my final round.
Oh, you skip it.
Yes, I passed it because I have what can I say? The same time at two place. I don't know what I can say about it.
Was it a real test or just a tryout?
It's a tryout and I have a real test too.
Oh, okay. So, well, at least for me back then, I don't really think about tryout because usually there are so many tryouts for, I don't know, well, I can clearly tell that you are 12th graders, and still having a time or the opportunity to join a lot of competition is actually very great. If I am your mom, I would be very, very proud of you.
Thank you
But
so much.
yes, but the thing is, another thing that I want you to remember is once you are in one place, being committed and focus on those things is very important.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so maybe you have all of this problem outside, but you're doing something, being
Mhm.
focused to that is the most important key of everything. Okay,
Yes.
also you're giving the opportunity to like go to the second round. You are awesome. Means that your very first performance is already so great.
Mhm.
Anyway, and because
Thank
of
you.
that, I think I just want to give you some tips on how to memorize your story. Maybe all I can see from your performance was how you are not concentrate enough on your plot and how you
Mhm.
like keep repeating this part while trying to remember what's the next thing coming up. Yeah.
I have
Yeah.
remember it all. Sebelum ini aku udah hafal itu semua di kepala aku. But because aku kayak aduh waktunya aduh bisa lebih cepat lagi nggak sih aku tampilnya aku mau ngerjain TO-nya gitu-gitu. And then I have failed it now.
Oh, that's very sad. Maybe if you could just focus on this thing and then get these things done in a very
Mm.
nice way,
Mm.
maybe you can just win both of them without being anxious.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
I will do it next time.
Sadly, there is no next time for this round. Yeah. You've already done it. So, anyway,
Say
maybe
that. Oh my God.
what? So, Anissa, I look at your story, like the written one, it's actually very nice. Like the structure is very good, the plot is very massive, and it is super, super structured. I really enjoy reading it. And I'm
Thank
actually
you.
expecting, yes, and I'm actually expecting the performance is as great as what it has been written.
I hope
But
so, but I'm so sorry.
it's okay. Well, being sorry is actually not I don't know. Kelvin will talk about this. Kelvin will talk about like all of the but maybe in the future you have a problem with like having another thing almost the same time as your performance. Try to focus on one, okay? Because this is what matters. The thing that super matter is right now. If doing tryout is also very important, maybe you can still focus on this thing and then continuing it right after. Because again, what's most important is right now, like this time. Um, I think this conversation won't affect your score. You did a very nice job, and Kelvin is definitely going to explain some of other things. Also, I'm going to say this to you. There are actually three adjudicators, but the other one is not able to speak like face to face to you, right? He is still going to give you some feedback in a written form. Okay? So let's listen to the other adjudicator, which is Kak Kelvin. Any such a great job.
Thank you. I'm so sorry. I can perform more better than
Oh my
you.
God. About that, do not ever say sorry about your performance. No, it's a no-no. Why? Because you did your best, you did your great, and that's the effort that you already poured into this performance. So you do not say sorry about it, okay? Do not ever say sorry about the performance. No, 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 no.
All right.
Hmm. Okay. Anyway, Kak Gigi said that it's not going to affect your score, but mine will. I'm kidding. No, 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 I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Anyway, yes, your story is great. The plot, the written one, it's everything looks neat, but the performance is the issue here. The issue about the performance came from that you are remembering the whole story in your head when you shouldn't do that. The only thing that you could do is you memorize each plot better. So even if you don't even remember what is written there, what is supposed to be written there, or what you're supposed to talk there, you understand what will happen in this scene, in this plot. That way, you can just say anything. You can just say
Literally.
anything. Yes, you can just say anything that related and still in the scope of the plot. Because when you are memorizing the whole story as it is, when there will be a time when you forgot even one word and then your mind just you forget one, two, and then like, what am I supposed to say next?
Yeah.
It will affect the whole performance, okay? So yeah, that is it. You don't have to remember the whole story. You don't have to remember every single word that it is there. You just have to remember that your story is written like this. There's a plot like this, and then will know what happened next. For example, when you are about to tell the story, Cinderella story from the memory, you
Mhm.
don't even remember the whole exact word in the story, right? You don't even remember what will happen. You don't even remember what it is written in the original script of Cinderella, but you understand that what will happen in a specific order of the story, right? You remember that she is a girl abused by her step family, and then she went to the ball, and then she left her shoes, and then the prince looking for her, and then they happily ever after. Right. You don't
Yes.
have to remember the whole words. You just have to remember that the story will goes this way. Okay.
Thank you.
I think that's all from me. Thank you, Nisa. That was a great performance. I'll see you in the next competition, hopefully, and you will be better. You have to be
Thank
better.
Recording stopped.
All right. What should I do now?
Ibnu, what should she do now?
Okay, sorry, Kak Gigi. And after the personal feedback has been given by the educators, so Kak Anissa can go back to the waiting room. Okay, thank you, Kak. To the other finalists.
Fahri, how was your event? Hopefully you're doing well.
It went well. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I mean, the
Yeah.
previous participant reminds me of you. Like you have to be in two places at one time.
Yeah, I feel her stress and pressure.
Gigi, do you remember that I have to adjudicate two competition at one time?
Yeah, the other one was with
Yeah,
me, yeah.
yeah. The other one was with you, and the other one was with
Recording in progress.
Oliver, if I'm not mistaken.
Hmm.
Recording
And I have
stopped.
to put my screen like next to each other.
Yeah, I have no doubt to you. Like
Recording in
you
progress.
have this ability of an amoeba to split yourself.
I am. Thank you.
So Kak Fahri, is your event finished?
The event is still not finished. It's an expo.
Oh,
So
what expo?
it is a sun expo here in Palembang.
Like
So
school expo?
yeah, it is some kind of like a school expo. People come here
Wait,
to ask question about like they want to study abroad and taking tests.
Okay, you guys can have a conversation later. I
Okay, okay.
realized that you guys came from the same company, this corporate woo.
I don't think Kafari know that I am also working in sun education actually.
Okay.
Really?
Anyway, yeah. Anyway, I'll be right here. Talk to you later.
Yay!
Okay, Kak. We will move to the others finalists. There is Kak Elvira Febriana with the three story points is fire, lantern, and journey. And for Kak Elvira, can you see the timer in your screen?
Yes, Kak, I can see.
Okay.
First of all, am I audible?
Yeah.
A journey about the fire and lantern. Once upon a time lived Anya. She was just a girl, and she was so kind and curious. But she really loved to explore everything around her. Other than that, she loves collecting things that she found. And after that, all her journey will be written in her diary. Wait, I have not introduced you about Anya. Okay, so she lived in a village, and in this village there was one famous rumor. The rumor said there was one magic lantern, but the problem was nobody knew if it is true or just a rumor, because nobody knew who the owner of that lantern. Okay, now back to Anya. Every evening, Anya loved to walking through the street to find something extraordinary so that she could add another part for her diary. Look at this stuff. Isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? Wouldn't you think I'm a girl who loves exploring? Okay, so what stuff that I will find today? Would it be a magic book? Or maybe a magic wand? But whatever is that, as long as I have this magic lantern with me, everything will be fine. Okay, magic lantern, take me somewhere magical. And just like that, she disappeared. Wait, wait. I do believe you already get something from here, right? If you think that Anya was the owner of the magic lantern, then congratulations because you're right. She was the owner of that magic lantern. But don't tell anybody about it. They will know. Shh. Okay? So, wait, what? How could you have it? Basically, Anya was the descendant of the first owner of that lantern. So yeah, it was a hereditary. But guys, please don't tell anybody about it. Okay? So she teleported to somewhere she didn't know. It was strange. It was usual. Where is it? She was so confused. What should I do in here? But then, suddenly, she heard something. A ringing bell? So that she tried to follow that sound. And she arrived in the middle of the forest. And you will never believe it. She saw the fairies, the real fairies. The humans broke my flowers. I hate them so much. Look at this man. So right. I hate them too. You know, my friends are missing. I've never seen even a single bird. You're so cruel, bro. You know that yesterday I heard that the west side of the forest already gone and they will turn it into resort. Oh, they're so cruel. I cannot imagine it. Listen, we need to do something. We don't do something. They will destroy more. Oh, what if we ask help from the god of the fire? And they will burn the village so that the human will understand what we feel. What about it? Okay? Okay, let's go. Take the fairies and they go, flew away, maybe to meet that god of the fire. And Anya was so shocked. She didn't believe that all this trouble, the the destroyed forest caused by the human. She held her lantern tight. Oh my god, the human caused this. And they were so angry. Okay, come on, Anya, say something. You should do something to save the human. Uh, oh, it became brighter. We knew it. I have an idea. And just like that, she ran and called everyone in the village. Everyone, gather now. Listen to me. Tonight, the fairy will come here and destroy this village. They will burn this village. So all of you tonight must light lanterns, as many as you can, so that the fairy will think that the fire already ate this place. Please, guys, do what I say. Listen to me. Anya said to everyone. Everyone was so hesitated, but Anya convinced them. At night, the whole village filled with lanterns, glowing red and gold. The fairies from afar to do anything because their house is already eaten by the fire. Everyone, let's go back! Say all the fairies, and they turned back, leaving the village untouched. In the morning, yeah, everyone was safe. But the fairies know that it was all a lie, it was all a trick, and they also understand that the villagers were not the one who destroyed their home. It was the people from the city. And from that day, the fairies and the humans promised together to protect the forest and also the village. And every year they will have a lantern festival to remember this day. And Anya, she went back to her home, write more about her journey in her diary, and continue her amazing and brilliant journey. My name is Alfred Febriana from Universitas Teknokrat Indonesia. Thank you.
Okay, Kak Elvira. And after this, we will go into the personal feedback session from the educators.
All right. Hi, Alfira.
Halo Kak.
How are you feeling? How are you feeling after your performance?
Sorry Kak, the sound is putus-putus.
Oh, really? Is it?
Iya,
Okay. Can you hear me clearly now? No? Hold on.
oke.
Can you hear me clearly now?
Iya,
Okay, cool. I think there's something wrong with my earpiece. Anyway, how are you feeling?
I was so nervous.
All right. It doesn't really show that you are nervous, actually. Okay, wait, hold on a second. My ears got tired. Yeah, I cannot bear wearing the earphone all the time. Anyway, so the story was actually great. It was well written. It was beautiful. It was the plot. It was mesmerizing. We can see clearly. I mean, like we can visualize what you are saying to us, the delivery and everything. The performance could be better. It's actually good, but it could be better by the way you can emphasize more on the emotion. Your superpower in this case is that you are having a very nice that narrative voice of yours. So when you are doing the narrator, you can very ease the audience with your calm vibe and everything. But when you are about to be the character, you can emphasize the emotion more. Just like when you are happy, so you should have to be able to like express your face more, and then how you carry out the word, like how you would how do you do it, Kak Gigi? Do it one more time. Yeah, something like that. Like how to emphasize the emotion by your voice when you're happy, when you're sad, when you're angry, something like that. Because that way we can what is it? You can bring out the atmosphere of your story even better, and you can carry out the whole performance more smooth, and then your audience could connect with you even more, right? And also, um, one thing, when you are telling a story, you do avoid saying blah blah blah, state blah blah blah, or blah blah blah, I said blah blah blah, because it's quite different from a written story. When you are talking, when you are telling a story, well, let's say you are telling a story with your friend, you wouldn't say like, you know that I said blah 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 blah, and then she said blah 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 blah. You will just going to act out, right? You're just going to like mimicking the words, mimicking the person that you are trying to convey, right? And that way, I think it's going to be more smooth in on your part. But overall, it was a nice story, a great job. It was nice. Thank you, Elvin.
thank you Kak.
GG, guy GG.
Yes. So, Elvira, um, I'm not surprised that you are here though. I mean, the storytelling community in Universitas Teknokrat Indonesia is very, very growing because yeah, by this time, even until this point when I'm doing educator job, I always see one of the representative of your campus joining storytelling competition, and it is very nice. I mean, you have such a great community there to help you grow, and then maybe just to, I don't know, explore your ability to tell story more. So I really like it. I'm so happy for you to have that community. Anyway, I think what I'm going to say to you is more of a tip and a reminder maybe. I'm actually very agree with Kelvin that your narrator voice is very nice. You have that type of voice that storyteller would need, like it is very soft. If you try to tell a story about a fable or telling a story to a kid, your voice might be perfect, okay? But also at the same time, Calvin was also correct that you need to explore more diverse type of voice so you can show different character. Yeah. So emotion might be good. Emotion might be helpful in terms of storytelling because you are telling a story of someone, right, that has been through everything. But also at the same time, please remember that having almost the same voice or not really differentiating your character could lead you to have a monotone type of performance. Okay? It is somehow flat. Since you already know your strength, I think it's time for you to explore even bigger opportunities that you can do with your voice. And since you have the very nice community there, I'm sure your friends would also be happy to hear this feedback, as in you can also remind your friends and ask them to have a practice with you. So, yeah, I think when you realize your weakness and also your strength, you're going to be such a better performer in storytelling. It would also help you in a lot of cases, not only storytelling. It can be like a public speaking or like presentation or anything. So yeah, I think that's it that I can say. I don't have that many notes for you. Your performance is awesome. I love it.
Thank you.
Yeah. So
Thank you, Kak.
you are also going to get one more feedback from the other adjudicator because he is not able to speak, but he's able to type your feedback, and the committee will help to provide that to you later. So thank you so much, Alvira. Such a wonderful performance, and we'll see the results. Thank you.
Thank you, Kak.
Okay, thank you so much, Kakak educators, for the personal feedback. That was very, very insightful. And then for Kak Elvira, um, you can go back to the waiting room, ya, Kak, because we will move to other finalists. Thank you. Halo, Kak Pikaska.
Halo Kak.
Okay, you can check your camera and your microphone.
Sorry Kak.
You can move the camera into the landscape.
Iya.
Ah, but that was wrong.
Ah.
Okay, okay, okay. Thank you. Okay. And one more. Do you see the timer in your screen?
Yeah.
Okay. The committee will start the timer after you're starting your performance, okay?
Okay. Can I start it now?
Yeah, you can start it now.
Okay.
Good afternoon to the honorable judges and beloved friends. Is it really important to have a pretty face or nice look? Is it a standard to be accepted by society? Well, it's me, Afika Fania Idamayanti, and I will give you the answer by telling you a story. In an old farm lived a dog family, and Mother Dog had been sitting on the clutch of a new eggs. One day, the eggs hatch and out popped 6 chirpy ducklings. But one egg was bigger than the others and it didn't hatch. Mother Duck couldn't remember laying that second egg. How did it get there? Did I count the eggs wrongly? Mother Duck wondered. And then the last biggest egg finally hatched and cracked. Bang, bang, bang! The last duck had a string hooked with great feathers. I can understand how this ugly duckling can be one of mine. Mother Duck said to herself. As the days went by, the poor little ugly duckling became more sad and unhappy because her brothers and sisters didn't want to play with her. Poor little ugly duckling. Go away, said the rest duck. The ugly duckling felt worse than ever. She secretly cried at night and felt nobody wanted her. Tease me. Why am I different from my brother? Then, at sunrise, the poor little ugly duckling ran away from the farmyard. While she ran, she fell. While crying, it caused her sadness. Why everyone hates me? I just want to have the happiest life. Is it because I'm disabled? While crying, without her realizing it, a group of pigs come, and one of the pigs approached her and said, Hey, you're not disabled. You're just not found your home. You know what? Look at me. I'm just like you. I'm different, but I have a family too. When the duckling saw, it's right that the pig was different from the other pig. He was black and other pigs were pink. In the middle of their conversation, a kind-hearted farmer came and said, Whoa, 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 whoa! It turns out a little duckling. Oh, you're so hungry, right? I will take care of you. Was showered with kindly care at the farmer's house. Then, however, by springtime, she had grown so much that the farmer decided, I'll set her free by the pole. That was when the ugly duckling saw herself mirror in the water. Goodness, how I've changed! I recognize myself. A flight of swans winked north and glided onto the pond. When the duckling saw them, she realized that she was one of their kind and they made friends. We're swans like you, they said warmly. Yeah, where been you hiding? Well, it's a long story, replied the young swan. Now she swam majestically with her fellow swans. The end. Well, guys, when a person has a beautiful soul, he or she is truly beautiful. Beauty is being the best possible of yourself inside and out. To be beautiful means to be yourself. You don't need to be accepted by others. You need to be accepted by yourself. Well, guys, that's all about my story. Thank you for your kind attention and have a great day.
Okay, Pikaska, and for the next session, we'll move to the personal feedback from the educators for you.
Hi. What can I call you? What's your nickname? Miss, you are muted.
Okay. I'm sorry, miss.
Yes, it's totally okay. So your nickname is
My name is Fania.
Fania. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. I thought I was about to call you Afi, but I'm sure it wasn't your name, so it's Fania.
Yeah, but you can call me Afi. Every teacher called me Afi too.
I see. Okay, okay. So,
She's also
Fania,
happened to be a teacher, so that's kind of fits.
who? You?
You are a teacher.
Am I a teacher?
You are a teacher.
Okay, if I'm a teacher, then you are also a teacher.
Proceed.
Anyway, yes. Um, so, Fania, I would like to say that you have such a beautiful opening. Your opening was very, very nice. Like
Thank you,
seriously,
miss.
it literally caught my attention. The
Uh,
way how you the way how you open it by like being accepted by society is really a thing right now, right?
yeah.
Like teenagers, all Gen Z,
Mm-mm.
sometimes I don't know, millennials as well. We're all thinking about our position in the society,
Yeah.
whether we're good enough to be in part of a group or
Because
something,
the
right?
story is
That
related for me.
I see. Okay, okay. That also relates to Kelvin and
No,
me
no,
as
no, no,
well. I
no,
mean,
no.
everybody is
No, 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 no,
definitely
no. I
related.
did not relate to that. I'm already beautiful. Thank you, everyone.
Anyway, I think since your beginning is very awesome and it definitely caught our attention,
Thank you.
somehow it made me want to listen more of your story. Like it I really want to keep listening to you. But somehow after you tell us that oh it is an ugly duckling story. Okay, that is awesome. But I actually expect you to have some spark in it. Like something more. Okay,
Yeah.
you are having a very nice opening. And then once you start telling your story, it kind of give off just a regular story. Um maybe it's because somehow you are telling a story with lots of characters, right? Like
Yeah.
you are telling the experience of this one ugly duckling meeting this animal and then meeting the other animal and then they try to give that dog about something like a message about something, right? I
Yeah.
think it is even I think the story is going to be so much better if you focus on the experience of the
Yeah.
duck, like what sorrow that the dog felt or what growth that the dog felt or what's the
Yeah.
acceptance taste that the duck has. I think it will be more powerful if you focus on that thing. Also, your ending is definitely so beautiful, like both your opening and your ending it match. But
Thank you, miss.
when we look at the story, it needs something that
Yeah.
will help. So you felt that thing too?
Yeah, because I have just one day, so I'm confused what I want to make a story. So yeah, yaudah.
I see, I see. Maybe okay, okay, okay. I can give you some tips. I can give you some tips. Maybe if you want to tell a story about this thing. So please remember, telling a story about a moral value, about how society works or what like an acceptance thing, it's actually very awesome these days. We pay attention to that thing a lot. So
Yeah.
you thinking about having those topic is wonderful. It is such a great job. And later on, if you are doing a storytelling again, the story you have to focus on the monologue of the main character. Like,
Yeah.
yes, what if society doesn't accept me? What if when I go to the pond and then all the duck laugh at me? What if? Yeah, all of those things could represent the sorrow of this one main character, right? And it will help you to have even bigger impact on your audience. And
Yeah.
that's what storytelling is about, to give impact and to give a lesson about something. Um, you have done such a very great job, and I'm sure Mr. Calvin will agree So he will definitely give you another feedback, and let's listen to him. But overall, from me, you catch my attention.
Thank you,
Literally,
Miss.
you caught my attention. Great job, Hania.
Thank you, Miss Windy.
Well, hello, Fania.
Hello, Mister.
He said, Mr. Kajiji, do not make that face. I know what you're about to say. Stop.
What? I did not make any face. Yeah, anyway,
Turn off
proceed.
your camera.
I will.
Anyway, yeah, I'm just about to add up a few more things from what Ms. Gigi Widi has said. Uh, it was a great performance. It was nice. You really got our attention in a very good way. I just want to add a few things, probably just to make your story delivery even better. First thing first, when you're telling us, or maybe like telling story that people widely known about, for this instant, Ugly Duckling, I'm sure that almost everyone knows about Ugly Ducklings. It's about the one that just don't fit in their home, and then turns
Yeah.
out they are better in somewhere else, right?
Yeah.
Right. In that case, it is better for you to put a little, I don't know what you call it, like sprinkle, maybe like a plot twist in a story, or maybe something that we did not expect that it would happen in the original story. For
Yeah.
example, when you are about to tell a story about, let's say, folklore, we know everything about bawang merah, bawang putih, right? So when people tell that kind of story, I'm going to tell you about bawang merah and bawang putih.
Yeah.
People will like, oh, this story again. To avoid that kind of expression, to avoid that kind of reaction from your audience, you may as well just twist it a little bit,
Yeah.
because you're the master of your story. You know exactly what it's going to be, and you are the teller in this case, right? So you can do whatever you want. You can switch your story, you can manipulate it, and you can make it more interesting, so people would not expect, wow, this story is not what I expect to be in like original story.
Yeah.
Me myself, I'm not really fond of fable, like animal type of story. In this case, you make the fable looks great, because with your, how you carry the words, how you are becoming expressive, and
Yeah.
how you would like make it like really catch our attention. That really help a lot.
Thank you.
So that helps. But if you do it like any other regular storyteller, just
Yeah.
telling fable, I might not be interested in that. But you did a very, very good job.
Thank you, Mister.
Yeah, I think that's all from me. And hopefully next time, if me or Gigi meet you in any other competition, you will improve so much better than this. And I believe that you could improve so much better than
Yeah.
this.
Mister. Thank you.
Thank you, Fania.
Great job, Hania. See you.
See you.
Okay, thank you very much for Kak Gigi and Kak Calvin for the insightful feedbacks. And also, literally, we have another educator, which is Mr. Fahri. But Mr. Fahri cannot give direct personal feedbacks, but he is giving the feedback in spreadsheet. And then for Kak Apikaska, I think the personal feedback and the Q&A session is already done, and you can go back to the waiting room because we will move to other finalists. Okay,
Hey.
thank you.
Thank you, Mister.
It is funny how she said, "Thank you, Mister."
I know.
Hello, Mister. Like, why? Why could you say Mister?
Why don't you just call us like that?
Yeah, right. Like instead she said Mister.
Please invite the next participant.
All right, Kagi. And this is our last finalist.
Oh, please.
Ah,
Mana nggak ada.
sorry, sorry. Okay, our last finalist is Kak Siva Sabrina. And for Kak Siva, please fix your camera, Kak, because your angel is not landscape but portrait. Please fix your angle of your camera.
Ya, Shiva ini miring, Shiva.
Iya.
Oh, wait. I'll fix it. Sorry. Nah, ini dia.
There you go.
Yuk. Start. Langsung. Langsung.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for a story? Good, because today I will tell you about Rabbit, a very fast rabbit, but so very, very in white green forest lived a rabbit who ran faster than the wind. Every morning he would run in the jungle, soothing loudly so every creature could hear. Hey, look at me! I am the fastest animal in this forest. No one can beat me, not even the king of jungle. The animals rolled their eyes. The lion, the king, shook his head and muttered, "This young rabbit, someone need to teach him a lesson." But the rabbit didn't stop. He kept running, bumping, and laughing at everyone. One sunny day, all the animals in the forest were excited. Why? Because today it was summer festival. There was happiest of all. He arranged it carefully. There's a mango, banana, apple, everything looked perfect. And then the rabbit came. Woo! Rabbit so curious. He's so excited. He hopped here, he hopped there, he looked here, he looked there, and bam! He crashed into their stall. There was furious. Rabbit, look what you've done. That made other animal curious. Suddenly, another animal cried. He ran in to meet you. I dressed up for a party, but now my food is a mess. I can't go like this. I can look in the mirror with this happy appearance. And all the animals scrambled together. We're tired of this rabbit. And just then, the rabbit only laughed. It's not a mistake. This way is my Oh, who tried to make me fall? It's you, the slowpoke tortoise. Can't you watch your step? The tortoise will tiny themselves away. Oh, no. Rabbit, it was you who ran into me. You never look around. But the tortoise laughfully. Slow and weak. You don't belong on my road. The tortoise pressed harder. Listen, Rabbit. Just because you are fast doesn't mean you can treat other badly. I'm not weak like you think. I can be faster than you. The rabbit said, "Oh, really? You can be faster than me? Just prove it." The tortoise said confidently, "Okay, I challenge you to race with me next week." All the animals saw. A tortoise challenging a rabbit? That's crazy. That's unbelievable. But the tortoise not coming. For 1 week, the tortoise practicing. He would run in the mountain, and in the middle of the struggle, he whispered, "I can do
I can do this. I can do this. And the day arrived. The animals come to watch. There stood the judges. Everyone, today we will put a big race between rabbit tortoise. To cruciate the rabbit's life, the tortoise follows and finish. Ready, set, go! The rabbit for what? Alive the tortoise. Look at that snake. He will catch me. I am tired. I think I, I want to sleep for a spot. Meanwhile, the tortoise kept walking, step by step, breath by breath, never stopping, never dreaming. When we reached the tree, he saw the rabbit sleeping. He tiptoed past. Shh! The slow, wake up rabbit. The tortoise continued toward the finish line. A little, the rabbit woke up. What time is it? Oh no! No! The tortoise is almost the finish line. Oh no! I can lose to him. But the tortoise just one step from the finish line. Everyone cheers. Yay! Bravo! Bravo! Well done, tortoise. I will stood first and ambushed. The tortoise moved forward little by little, trying himself with patience every day. His journey reminds us that steady to success. I'm Siva Sabrina from SM Al Karim. Thank you for listening. See you next time.
All right, Kasifa. And after this, we will get the personal feedback from the educators.
All right. Hi, Shifa. Okay, first of all I want to ask, is there any reason why you tell us the same story as the preliminary?
Because I like the story.
Oh, I see. Cool, cool, cool. Okay. So here's the thing. When you're telling a story as same as your preliminary story, there is a chance for us, the adjudicator, or maybe the audience, would give you the same score. All right. So to make your chance to win or maybe get a higher score from the previous round, I think it's better for you to just make a new story and then incorporate the theme that you are given in the final round, and then you can improve from there. Okay? Because when you are telling the same story, we cannot give you a lot of advices, and also we can like strictly give you the same number or score as before, and that's kind of unfortunate for you. So please mind that in the future, when you are having a more than one round competition that has preliminary round, semi-final round, final round, or just like preliminary and then final round, you tell different story on each round, because it will make your chance to maybe win the story and also having a feedback from your educator better, right? Okay. That's first. And second of all, when you are telling this kind of story, widely known story. So I believe that everyone here knows about the rabbit and the tortoise. And we know that how it worked, how it went, how it goes. The rabbit they are going on a race. Rabbit is so cocky about it, and then the turtle win the race. How to make your story more interesting is that you can put some twist in it, because with the twist, maybe you can alter the story, make it more interesting. That way, people will give you a different reaction. Maybe will they like it even more? Because let's be frank, I believe not everyone like Fable. In that way, how to make it more interesting is to make a twist. Whether it's some editing, maybe adapting from a real life world, or maybe just, I don't know, maybe you can make the rabbit win. And the story would give you another perspective, another point of view, another lesson, another moral value. And that way, you can just uh, improve the story experience better. Okay? Actually, you have the talent to embody the story. You have a really good pronunciation. You have a really good delivery. The way you act, the way you tell us, and you carry the whole interaction. It's great. You just have to keep up and maybe elevate your skill on the creativity even more so you can improve better. I think that's all from me. All right. Thank you, Shifa. Uh, Lady, 28 years old. The time is yours.
Okay, so hi Shifa. Shifa, please listen to me. I hope you understand that telling fable is your thing. You are so good at telling fable. Like your preliminary round video, it was so nice. It was so great. I mean, look at you right now. You are having this semi slash final round from your previous video. Means that your performance previously was very nice, right? And then you have a talent to tell fable. You have a talent to tell a story to a kid. But we kind of want to see more. Since you already know that you are so good at telling a story with the theme of animals, that it intentionally given to a kid, then maybe it's time for you to explore even better. Then you can use your strength to create an even better performance. Okay? And I was actually wondering, so the committee give you three words, right? Three words that you're going to create a story about. And then the mountain is definitely there. I've been waiting for the storm. I've been waiting for the other word, which is, let me check first. The storm and also the mirror. I was just wondering, okay, Shiva is telling almost the same story as the preliminary round. That's fine. But I've been waiting for the storm and also the mirror. I thought you're going to use it as a twist. Turned out you are telling completely the same story. Maybe if you add this thing up, you will definitely have a plot twist and it's definitely getting better or even better than your previous one. Okay? So maybe if you have another chance to join a storytelling competition in the future, please make sure that you remember this. You have such a great voice to tell a story about fable. Okay. Second of all, your pacing, literally the way how you tell a story is very structurized and very nice. Means that you already know how to tell a story as in performing it. That's another key. And then the third one, please make sure that you pay attention on what you need to say. As in, what's the written rules? What's the forbidden word? What's the intentionally needed to be put words? And that way you can be such a great storyteller. Okay? Also, Shifa, you are right now a high school student. Can I ask you what grade are you right now?
11. Yeah, 11.
Yeah? What is it? What is it?
11.
11. Okay. All right. Since you are right now an 11 graders, you still have so many rooms for improvement. I hope you can understand that storytelling is not only all about winning, but also all about improving and how you can be impacted to your society. Okay. So you have a talent for that, lots of room for improvement. And I'm sure Kak Kelvin and also me would agree that you're going to have a brighter future in storytelling world in the future. Okay. So that's it for me, Shifa. You done such a great job, and we'll see the result. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Kakak Adjudicator, for the amazing insight. And thank you for Kak Siva Sabrina. And you can go back to the waiting room. And after this, we will post this final round. Thank you. Okay, Kakak. We have done this round, and our finalists have been performed.
Okay.
And so, before I'm closing this round, maybe I want to say sorry, Kak, for
Oh, anyway, no. We're not done yet. Anyway, we're not done yet.
Yeah.
Because after this, when you are closing the final, right? Jadi kalau ini udah selesai final kan, we're going to discuss the result of the finalists. Yes, jadi kalian akan nge-sum up the score from each adjudicator dari Kak Gigi, Kak Fari, and me. And then you tell us siapa yang dapat number 1, 2, 3, and so on. Gitu ya. Jadi kita akan discuss dulu who is the winner. And then you can say sorry to us. Loh.
Yes, it's
No,
usually
I'm kidding, I'm
it's
kidding.
usually like that, Ibnu. So for
Yeah.
preliminary round, we definitely see the result from the score, but for the final round, we cannot merely just to see whose score is better, but also how impactful the performance are.
Yes, we
So
have
that's
to
why we
review
do that.
our winner first and see whether they deserve the winner or not.
Okay. So we will invite all participants ya, Kak, to close this round. Okay, for our finalists and our adjudicators, so thank you for joining this final round, and you are very nice storytelling, and you are performing impressively today, and we hope you can continue to grow and become world-class storytellers. And also, I want to inform the winner announcement will be held tomorrow, September 28th, and that will be live in the Instagram EEC in Action 24. Okay. And that's all for me. I will close this final round. Thank you, everyone. Have a nice day. And you can leave this Zoom meeting.
Thank you, everyone.
Such a great
Thank you,
day. Thank you
everyone.
so much, everyone.